Hi folks, happy Easter to you. Another lovely day in London. So I've got one more painting to do, knife painting to do. But I want to show you some of my old photographs that I did probably from about 20 years ago to about, or probably 10 years ago. I was doing all these Venice paintings for a gallery. They wanted Impressionist Venice. 20 inches, mostly 20 inches by 24 inches. So that was a knife painting. That was from a postcard I used to copy then. Well, copy-ish. My version of it, Cornwall. There's another Venetian canal looking towards the Della Saloon, I think that's what it's called. That was a copy. I can't turn the things around. Flowers. More Cornwall. That one was a rip-off of a Edward Seago, not Seago, Edward Wesson. That one, I made that one up. That was a knife painting. No, this one, it didn't come out very well, that. I didn't have a very good camera in those days. That was a rip-off of a Seago, and that was a made-up one of Cornwall. That was a made-up watercolour. That was interesting. That one, I had a joint exhibition with an old friend at Cotton's Atrium. That's London Bridge, and it's outside the atrium on the Thames is HMS Belfast. And it's all the buildings, or the land from between Tower Bridge and London Bridge is owned by the St Martin's Property Company. There's a Kuwaiti outfit. A friend of ours was a surveyor before he retired for the property company, and he got us into a couple of exhibitions in the exhibition space in the atrium. It's a public space. I think when the last time I was there, a couple of months ago, it was undergoing refurbishment. But I did that one. That was a brush painting. It's sort of a Monet. It doesn't really, picture's not very good. But as soon as the exhibition opened on the Monday morning, we were there for 2 weeks, it sold straight away. Citibank, there's a London hospital there, another Venice, another one of these postcard rip-offs. Another worked on the Seago. That I made up. That's brush painting. That's brush painting. Oil. A bowl of flowers. Oh, that one, we've seen that one. So that one. That was a made up watercolour. That was, I gave that to a friend, I believe. Or if I haven't, it must be on a wall somewhere in my house. But I love doing that one. I really like that painting. It's a bit dark in the frame there, but it was on a good quality Buckingford, I would think that was. And that I nicked from a marvellous artist called David Dipnall. I made that one up from a photograph I took. I think it was, I can't remember the name of that river now. I made that one up. That's an oil painting. So that's sold. Most of these are sold. Sold that one. Or a similar one, a larger one to that, in the same exhibition that I sold the Carshalton Park Sentinels. That's what I called that one. Another one of Cornwall. That was a rip-off of a Roland Hilda watercolour. I did it in oil. Quite tricky, but I sold that. That one sold that one. That was based on the, it looks like a Western or a Seago, but it was of the Brightling Sea Thames barge race. Well, they don't race, they do about 1 or 2 miles an hour. But they all congregate over, probably got that one, probably should have been a little bit bigger. But I did use reference material for the boats. I'm not one for detail, as you know. That one, we've seen that one. Seen that one. What's under here? That one. Another Venice. That was the exhibition. I did some flower paintings in acrylic. They're very quick. A couple of them sold, but not many of them. With the first exhibition we had, all the unsold paintings went into what was in another gallery in Hayes Galleria called the London Gallery, London City Art, by the way. Another Venice. That was one of my pals' paintings. Some are duplicates. I made that up. I based it on a David Dipnell. It's not. It doesn't exist. But I put my friend in the foreground, painting away. Trouble is with oil paints, it tends to reflect the light off of the shiny varnish. But I like that one. I like that one. That one. What other? Seen that one. That one. That was an acrylic. I can't remember what that was. That was based on an Edward Wesson, Essex or Norfolk. But you do learn by copying, but you've really got to make it your own. That one. Most of the Venice paintings were either based on my previous Venice paintings or... Oh, that was a made-up one, watercolour. That was about probably 25 years ago. I haven't improved, have I? Another Venice. That one, that's based on a Seago. A very popular one, so everybody that's painted, landscape painter knows Seago. That one, that's a Cornwall. Made that one up. That one, that was a Seago as well. Another same one. Flower paintings. My flower paintings don't represent flowers, they just represent my version of them. I like that one. I didn't know how to change them. That was based on a Laszlo Ritter painting, a new Laszlo. He died sadly. He wasn't that old. Brilliant. He showed me how to do the water. A great artist. He used to do commissions for Harrods, and one of his great friends was Tom, the great forger. A lot of documentaries on him by Channel 4. Refresh my memory. There's another Venice painting, abstract. Let's do these. Go through these quickly. I've got two of these for you to look at. That's an oil painting based on a Western watercolour, I think. You just change them around a bit. So you learn. But slavishly copying is another thing. It's okay, provided nobody else knows what you've done. That was based on a seagull. I think I put the tree the other way. Oil painting, more Venice. I did 80 Venice paintings. That was based on a Western watercolour. Another Western idea. But as I say, these were done 25 years ago. Another one that I took that in on a Saturday morning to the gallery, and it's sold by lunchtime. It's a big one, 24 by 20. That was another go to see at an Edward Wesson. Tom Keating, that's it, Tom Keating. I just flipped through another folder that I've got. They're probably the same photographs, but I take these to some of the demonstrations I do, the public ones. That was Florida. My sister had a house until very recently in Florida, and this one would have been off Fort DeSoto, which is a fantastic beach, but it got wrecked. I lost my cup of tea. It got wrecked by a hurricane, the aftermath of a hurricane. It just changed the beach. Well, it was one of the world's great beaches. Okay, that's overexposed there. There's a lot of work in these. And that one's on, no, I've got another version of that on my wall, but I've put this tower too high. That one. They're quite well known scenes. I mean, these scenes actually do exist, but I changed them around, put balconies and changed the shape of the windows, moved the gondoliers around, add some more foliage. And foliage I find easy. And I use a lot of fast drying linseed oil for these, and I was stippling them because they dry pretty quick, and it saves you doing intricate work in the buildings. Cheap really, isn't it? Another Florida one that didn't come out. These ones probably stayed in Florida, although some have now come back. That one, that was a memory of St Pete's Beach in on the Gulf Coast. St Pete's Beach. St Pete's Beach. Not a lot of landscape, you just have to make it, or try to make it interesting. Another one. More Venice. Oh, I've got that Venice on my wall, and I've not done anything with it because that tower is just a bit too high, and it would be a complete repaint if I tried to make it more in perspective. But I've changed the boats, and I based that on the Laszlo Ritter, and that one. Ritter was a fantastic painter. He could paint in any style, impressionist. That's a Seago. That's Seago. But I never showed these because they were sort of copies. But they exist in my portfolio. Made that one up. That is sideways. Sorry, I'm not going to turn it around. That was in Rochester and Grasse in Provence. A friend of ours, his cousin, late cousin, had a house. His wife still goes there in Rochester. It's a beautiful, beautiful medieval town in Les Alpes-Maritimes, and I took a lot of photographs, and I worked these paintings terribly overexposed there. Well, it's just reflecting the light with a flash. That was a Seago. That's one from a photograph I took. My wife sitting on the rocks. I think we were sobering up there. We'd had a few bottles of rosé in an old mill restaurant bar. That's a David Dibnall. That's the same one. Was that one? That one I did that. It's sideways, and let's just move that a bit down a bit. It was in a calendar photograph of winter. But I did that in acrylic. I sold that. That was a Seago. That was an Usher. That's based on Dibnall. I've loosened up over the years. I've really loosened up. More Venice. That one. I don't know. Oh, that's the same one we've seen. That was looking out of the window from the house. It was a tenement of about 5 stories, very, very old. No parking. You had to park in the village car park and move your car when it was the afternoon for the market in Petanque. Game I do like. Another one. This is the Rochester. It flows into the Var through Nice and goes out to the Mediterranean. Another one. Look, there's that one. I went wrong with this. I should have. See, never copy a photograph because the photograph lied. The perspective of that is wrong. But I don't know where it is now. More Venice. That one, I've shown that on Facebook. It's quite a big one in that lovely frame again, that antique frame, 24 inches by 20. It's a let's just move that up. Sorry, nothing's ideal in my setup here. One of my favourite artists is Arthur Madison, and he's very Monet-ish. But I've made up this version inspired by him, and I put this lovely figure in, and my son's got that painting. It's a cracker. It's probably, in my mind, probably one of the best I've ever done. One, it's very, very impressionist. Two, it's not a copy. and 3, it's got a figure that really worked. I love it. So does he. No, that's just a made-up one in oil. That's the orchestron, that the river. That is looking up the other way from where my wife was sitting on the rocks. These are done from photographs. I didn't sit there and paint, certainly not with a couple of bottles of rosé behind me. But they're just sort of memories, great memories. Venice. I can't remember that one. I did that for a commission. More Venice. So you've seen that one. Yeah, see that one sold. That was at Cotton's Atrium. I think it was Cotton's Atrium. I made that one up in the same style as the lady in the wood, wherever it's gone. Oh, you remember it. And that one as well. I've still got these. That one's under my table, under my sort of work table, stashed away somewhere. Another one of that. Right, Seago. I can't remember. It's a Scottish island, and a relative took a photograph and asked me if I'd do it for a birthday present, which I did. I made that one up. That's oil. That's another one of Western watercolour. That's an oil painting in the style of this, sort of impressionist or Monet-ish. Seen those? That was a David Dipnell copy, and that's what. But I thought I can't pass that off. That was a big one. That was 36 by 24 inches, probably the largest one I've done. And this one, I think I turned that into that. That is original. That is a sort of copy. But it just goes to show how the level to which David Dipnell could take his landscapes. He's a Hampshire artist, and he sold for a lot of money. He is a wonderful painter. This was based on a Seago, but from the other way, and I like that one. With these sand dunes, so I just reversed it. This one, that was a real tricky one. That one. You've seen that one? Seen that one? Seen that one? That's another one of the orchestron. And that one, Village Perche, clinging to the sides of the rocks. It's very rocky. It's and it's very fire risk. Whole area. Not a lot of farming goes on. It's all rocks, but it's tremendously beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Something like that. That one, all from my own photographs. That one, I think I sold that one. I made that one up anyway. They've fallen out of the folder, but you've seen those ones, so there you go. I thought I'd show you those as a wet for what I'm going to do in a minute. I'll start off a new video, I think, because there won't be enough time on this if I get stuck.